Hi, I'm Abby. I'm the dietitian here today.
Hi, I'm Linda.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good? All right. So I am here to discuss, you wanted to discuss the Mediterranean diet and
Correct.
more of a heart-healthy diet?
Correct.
All right. So do you know anything about the Mediterranean diet?
Not much. I just, my family has high cholesterol. It runs in the
Okay.
family. And instead of taking medication, I'd like to try to do it with diet.
Okay.
So I kind of did a little investigating on it, but I don't know much.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that would be a start.
Okay, so today, just to give you a little rundown, if it's okay, I'm going to do a 24-hour dietary recall, so just understanding what you eat in your average day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do a little education on what the Mediterranean diet is. And then afterwards, we can set goals and see where you're at and see if this is a realistic change to make in your life.
Okay.
All right, so first we will start with the dietary recall. So I'm just going to ask you some questions about what you eat in your average day.
Okay.
So what time do you normally eat your first meal?
Probably 6:30 in the morning.
6:30. And what does that usually consist of?
I usually do a fruit smoothie.
And how big is this smoothie? If you could, is it just like a small
A
8 ounce,
16.
a 16 ounce? And what do you normally put in your smoothie?
Strawberries, blueberries, a banana, and orange juice.
All right. And you use a full banana?
Full banana.
And how much orange juice would you say
A
you
cup.
put in it? 1 cup. Okay. Do you eat anything else at 6:30 with
No.
that? Okay. And then when is your next eating period?
Probably I eat something around 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. And what does that consist of?
That varies. It could be a yogurt with granola or a toast with peanut butter, something on that.
Okay, so I'll ask you a few questions on that. So for the yogurt, what kind of yogurt is it?
I usually do a Yoplait Greek.
Yoplait Greek. Okay, and then for the toast, what kind of toast?
Whole
What kind-
wheat.
Okay, then you have your peanut butter and granola. Okay, so then is lunch the next meal of your day?
I really don't eat lunch.
Okay.
My next meal is probably about 2 o'clock, and that consists of, if I didn't have the yogurts, at
Then-
10, I'll eat
okay.
that then. And then it's more snacky, like uh, um, pretzels with cheese or crackers with cheese, maybe, or hummus and, something like that. It's not, I wouldn't say like a sit down nice.
And then what kind of crackers do you usually eat?
Whatever there's open.
Like, is it like a Ritz?
Well, I'll do Ritz, or I'll do like a water cracker, or like a pita chip if I'm having.
Okay. And then what kind of cheese? Is it more of an American?
I usually do like a Kojak or a sharp cheddar, something in that
Okay.
lines.
And then do you ever have anything to drink during this period?
Oh yeah, I have lots. I'll do V8, some type of like Italian soda.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Okay. And then when do you normally eat next?
I sometimes, around 2 o'clock, I may even have a cup of soup, depending.
On how
Yeah,
hungry you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next one won't be, I'll probably grab something at 4 o'clock. And that, if I didn't have soup at 2, I'll usually do it
Okay.
at 4. And then that's it. And then I don't eat till like between 7 or 8 at night for
Okay.
dinner.
So it's mainly you have a smoothie for breakfast, snack throughout the day,
Yeah.
and then you'll eat dinner at around 7:30.
Yeah.
And what is an average dinner consist of?
Regular, like potatoes, meat, vegetable. Of course, I have to get my desserts.
Veggies. Okay, so for the potatoes, do you add anything to those?
Butter. Butter or salt or some type of seasoning.
Okay, and then is that the same as the veggies? How do you usually prepare your vegetables?
Butter.
Butter. And then what type of meat do you normally have?
It varies. I'll do beef, chicken, rarely fish, but it is in the diet.
Okay. And then you said you have dessert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, actually, let's go back to dinner. How big of a portion of meat do you have? If you could compare it to a deck of cards, would it be 1 or 2?
1.5.
One and a
maybe.
half? Okay, and then how much, if you could compare your veggies, would you do a half cup or a full cup?
Probably more of a half.
Half cup. And the potatoes?
Probably a cup. I like potatoes.
Okay, so the average dinner is going to be meat, potato, and vegetables.
Yeah. Yes.
And then do you normally drink anything with your dinner?
If anything, it'd be a water.
Water. Okay, and then what time do you normally have your dessert?
Right after that,
Okay.
so I don't wait.
And then what does that
That
consist?
consists of anything sweet. I mean,
Okay.
like ice cream, cake, anything,
Any-
chocolate.
Okay. All right. So this is pretty much. Do you feel like you have anything else to add to this?
I mean, other than nuts or something, I'll throw in there. But no, that's pretty average.
And then when you eat nuts, what kind is it?
Just I mix a whole bunch, like the Planters, mixes.
Yep.
But then I always have to have my honey roasted peanuts.
Honey
in it.
roasted.
Yeah. In the mixture.
And then when you mix all these together, are the nuts usually salted?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so salted. Okay, so now you feel like this is pretty,
Yeah.
looks average?
Yeah.
Okay, so I see a lot of places we can add the Mediterranean diet to. So next, what I'm going to do is focus on just giving you a little education on what this diet is, the
Okay.
Mediterranean, and how we could kind of incorporate it into your everyday
Okay.
life. Okay, so I have a few handouts for us to look at. The first one is going to be the Mediterranean Diet Pyramid. So it just goes, it kind of looks like the food pyramid that you've probably seen in the past. And so we start at the top with meat and sweets and
Being small.
being small. So you need
yeah,
a
that's
smaller
very small.
portion.
Yep.
And as you go down, these are what you should focus more on. So then poultry, eggs, cheese, and yogurt. Just rarely you should
Right.
eat that. More look for fish and seafood. And then
Mhm.
as you can see, the largest one is fruits, vegetables, grains, olive oils, beans, legumes, seeds,
Okay.
herbs, and slices. So then this you can just keep as a reference
Right. Okay.
to look back on.
All right.
Okay.
So what you're saying is the smallest amount I should be eating is my meat and sweets.
Yeah.
Everything else is.
And by meats, I can add
Red-
on,
red
it would be
meats.
red meats, more of, yes. Okay. And next, I made this handout, which is quick tips for go and stop. So then I have the categories on the side, so the fruits and vegetables, and then as you can see, fresh, frozen is the best options. You could do a low sodium canned, and you want it canned fruit packed in juice or water.
okay.
And then, as you can see, vegetables.
Don't eat. Okay. Which looks like mine.
And then, so you go down the side, and you have your fruits and vegetables, grains, proteins, and sodium. So you can see that this is very,
Easy
they
to-
really want you to focus on fruits, vegetables, whole grains,
Yep.
those kind of foods. And then the last handout I have focuses on good fats versus bad fats, which I saw that that's what you kind of wanted to focus on.
Right.
Because the Mediterranean diet is really focused on getting your good fats in and eliminating the bad fats from your diet.
Okay.
They want you to get your omega-3s and things like that, which is why it focuses on fish and nuts. So as you can see, on this side, it's the healthy fats. So you're going to have the monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. And you can see sources where you can get these in your diet.
Right.
Which, as you can see, you do, like the peanut butter
Uh-huh.
you eat and things like that. And then this is just tips for how you can add those in.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is the harmful fats. You have your saturated and trans, and these are the fats that's going to increase your bad cholesterol and decrease your good cholesterol.
Okay.
So then you can see where these are coming in the diets, which
Mm-hmm.
you do consume
Yeah.
some of these, which we can kind of work on.
Okay.
All right, so these are the handouts, and you can keep these, and this is easy to
Okay.
refer to.
So this side is good too. So these are both
Yes.
healthy fats.
Yes.
Okay.
So
All
one
right.
side of the paper is good fats.
and one side's bad. Got it.
All right.
Okay.
So I remember you saying that you have a high cholesterol, which is why you want to focus on this.
Correct.
All right. So then that's what concerns you the most in your diet right now? Is your cholesterol?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So let's see. So if you were, let's just see what you would change after
Oh,
learning
if I
about
would-
information.
okay.
Yeah, just to see if you kind of grasp what these like handouts are telling us.
Okay. So I'd probably leave my smoothie alone.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. And within my day, I would probably try to eat something more substantial, and then maybe something with putting avocado with my maybe on my toast or something
Mhm.
like that, versus always having peanut butter. Taking out when I look down here, taking out my butter that I put on my potatoes and things, and maybe I could do something with olive oil or something.
Yep.
And in my nuts, it looks as though when I look here, I have to take out my honey roasted and add just regular peanuts and maybe get some macadamia. I mean, change the nut mixture.
Yeah. Okay. So those are all very, very good suggestions.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'll just go through each of the
Okay.
meals and say
What you say?
what I
Okay.
yes. Okay, so I agree. I think the smoothie in the morning is great. You're using fresh fruits and vegetables, which is exactly what the Go
Right.
version says right there. And now for your snack, so when you're picking your yogurt out, it's better to do a low-fat version.
Okay.
And Greek yogurt is a good
choice.
choice. Yes, I do agree with that. And then the toast, it's great that you're getting your whole wheat in. And I think peanut butter is a great option. You could also do another nut butter, like an almond butter. And then you could do an avocado toast, like you said. And then when you're doing crackers, another thing you could do is pick a whole wheat version. I know you said you eat Ritz sometimes,
Mhm.
and there are whole wheat Ritz. So just minor changes, and it really correlates with the Mediterranean diet. And then I see that you're drinking V8. Was it a low sodium or is it just a normal V8?
Just the normal.
Okay, yeah. So just little changes like that. Soup's always good, and is it going to be? It's usually homemade soup, correct?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
because that's always
Yeah. Versus the can.
versus the can. That's a good suggestion. And then you said it perfectly with the nuts. Get the unsalted. Focus more on the walnuts and what do we have? Macadamia,
macadamia.
almonds.
Hazelnut. Yep.
And then for dinner, the salt and butter. You could alternate. You could saute your veggies in olive oil instead.
Right.
For the meats, just incorporate a little more fish. Chicken's still okay. Doing
Okay.
this boneless, skinless chicken breast, stuff like that. And then obviously, I know you like red meat because you eat
Mhm.
it. So just eating it in moderation is important. And then dessert, again, moderation. You could
Yeah.
always substitute a fruit. You could do a baked apple.
Could I substitute like frozen yogurt for ice cream?
Yeah, that's
Would
always
that be
better because that's a low fat,
Okay.
a lower fat option. And then, yeah, moderation. If you're making the changes above, you're really going to correlate with the Mediterranean diet
Okay.
well. All right. So then, let's see. So after I described the changes that you could potentially make,
Mhm.
on a scale of 0 being not confident at all and 10 being extremely confident that you can make these changes, where do you think you would be at?
Right in the middle, probably about a 5.
5? Okay.
Because my husband will not at all be interested in doing this.
Okay.
I mean that's my roadblock Like, I think if it was only me, I'd probably say it would be a 10.
Okay.
But with him in the picture, it
It-
is not.
All right.
So
So then let's
I'd be okay during the day because he's not involved with my eating.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the big meal, that's
It's
where we're
he's
gonna
a meat and
challenge.
potato person.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where my challenge is going to be.
Which is okay. All right. So then, let's see. So let's make just small goals that you can set,
Okay.
and then we can see what we can do at dinner to
To
correlate with
yeah.
your husband.
baby steps with him.
Yeah. So goals for daytime. Do you have any that you want to set for yourself right away?
Well, I think right away I'm going to change my nut mixture.
Okay.
And then I'll just, when I'm buying my V8, I'll do the low sodium.
Okay.
That is my ideas right now. Oh, and then the yogurt, I can go down to
Yeah.
the low fat.
And then what's your overall goal in terms, is it going to the doctor and saying, getting your cholesterol scores back?
Yes, my goal is to go and lower my cholesterol with my diet.
Okay.
Instead of, if he wants to put me on medication, I prefer not to.
Okay.
And because he said it runs in the family, that he doesn't think the diet
Because
alone-
cholesterol is very
yes.
largely hereditary. So I think, what do you think is realistic in terms of time span wise? Like, once you start changing this, what's your goal?
He said 3 months to come in and have it checked.
Okay, so you want 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm not aware of your scores right now on your cholesterol test, but do you want it to be just a little lower than it is now, or do you want it to go exactly into the healthy range?
I would like it to go exactly into the healthy range.
And is that a realistic?
I don't know. I don't know in 3 months
Months,
if
if
that's realistic because it is very high.
Okay,
So
so I would say in 3 months, if we make these minor changes during your day, we can talk
Right.
about the dinner
Yeah.
at night. But if making these minor changes in 3 months, go back. If you don't know if it's realistic to get them into the healthy range, at
Mhm.
least you can set just to lower them,
Right,
just
right.
step by step, because I think that is also a
Yeah.
good option. And then, so if you were to go discuss this with your husband, what would you say?
well, I would tell him I'd like to lower my cholesterol with
Yeah.
my diet.
Okay.
And he also has high cholesterol, but
Mhm.
he denies that he has high cholesterol. And so, I mean, it would benefit both of us, but to get him to change because he's such a meat eater is going to be a challenge. So
Okay.
I'm going to have to come up with real good ideas with recipes
Yeah.
to introduce to him so that I'm
Well-
not just putting tofu in front of him and he has to eat it. Yeah, you know, I mean, because that's what he's going to think I'm going to do to him.
Yeah. So I think Gold's dinner wise,
Mm-hmm.
sauteing it in olive oil
Yeah,
is a
that's-
great
yeah.
option. Adding fish a few extra days a week. How often do you think you would eat fish?
I mean, if I were conscious about it, I could put it in the diet. But right now, maybe once a week.
Okay.
I mean, so it's not. It's more chicken and red meats that
Okay.
we're working with.
So that's a definite.
Mm-hmm.
And then another great option is doing a salt substitute.
Okay.
So I know I don't know, have you heard of Mrs. Dash?
Yes.
Like things like that,
Right.
which add great flavor, in my personal opinion. And then just small changes like that. I don't know if you would go for that, but just
Now he likes his salt, so it'll have to be pretty close to salt. So I'll try it. We'll see.
all right. So then, all right. So you feel pretty confident in this?
I do.
And do you get all the handouts?
Yeah, yes, I understand everything. It's pretty self-explanatory.
And you think this is something you can accomplish? Set the little goals during the day for out yourself, just change
Yep.
your snacks a little bit?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
I think it's reachable. The goal is reachable with this.
Okay, good. And then, do you have any more questions for me before we wrap up for today?
No, I don't.
Okay, and then we can set up a meeting in a few weeks to see how these small changes are going in your diet, to
Okay.
see if we need to alter or think of new ideas, new recipes for you to try, stuff like that.
Okay,
All right?
not a problem. That sounds good.
All
Sounds
right.
like a plan.
Then have a great day.
Okay, thank you.